I think Mars is a pretty... Mars
That's
is
the wrong one, right? Or am I on? Oh no, okay.
It's
No,
the right
it's
one, yeah? The Mars one?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mars is a bit of a weird hero. It's very, very, very dependent on being in the right place and how you use your spells. Mars is very unforgiving. If you miss your spells, it's a big fucking deal. If you miss an axe call, it's more okay. Like, I think so. You will probably learn more from this replay, especially because it looked like you struggled a bit more in this game.
Yeah. I struggled a lot between like minute 8 and 20.
Okay, let's see starting items. We are laning against, so we're Mars Jakiro, solid lane, against Anti-Mage Witch Doctor, I guess. Yeah. I think your starting items are probably okay. Much gold do you have left? Witch Doctor is another hero that strikes me in the same way as Jugger. I really like, if possible, I try to fit a Fairy Fire in my starting items because of Maledict. I need to see your starting gold again. I think Ring of Protection
45.
is fine. You could...
45.
So, you're 45. So if you were to skip this item... Oh, wait, what am I thinking about? If you skip this item, I think you can buy a Gauntlet and a Fairy Fire. I would like that a little bit more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wanted the armor because Witch Doctor hits me a lot in my experience. So.
No, I don't think this is bad at all. I think you could maybe slightly optimize it, but just a small deal. I think your sign build is fine. You have a mango queued up, 2 mangoes. I like what you do with the mangoes. I think you're... That's basically the stuff I would like you to do in other lanes with different items, whether it's a salve or a stick. I think that's very good. That's a good habit.
Yeah.
You should keep doing that. This is looking okay. I don't know what items the Witch Doctor has. Did you click
He has
on
a lot
them?
of region.
Yeah. Did you click on them yourself in this game?
Not on Witch Doctor.
Okay, I think it's also important, like, whether you click on them during the game to know their progression, I think it's important to know their starting items too. Like, if they have some Orb of Venom on AM, I think it's way better to hit this guy because he probably only has one set of tangos and shit like this. So, make a habit of that too. It pulls on a range, that's good. Wanna try to deny that. Lucky, but it's fine. You have Orb. Okay, the lane will push to you. Need to be a bit careful. They're level 2. This is fine. I think here is same story. Did they block the hard camp or what? They did, so they're smart. They understand. Generally, after the first wave, especially if you push, I think... I mean, where I play, it's... people are more used to like checking this camp right away. But I think for you, a good habit to do, if you guys have more of a pushing lane, which you do, you ping this camp real quick, or if you're playing, maybe just like cut 1 or 2 trees so that you see it already from here. If the camp is open, if the camp is blocked, your 4 should buy a sentry. That's his job. Because generally the way it works right now, the safe lanes, they block the hard camp, and then they make sure that this is unblocked. And then they keep pulling this, because if they have a shittier lane, at least this way they can farm in the tower.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty frustrating lately that this happens a lot in my games. Like people block, like it's kinda meta to just block the hard camp as boss 5 from, I don't know, 6k upwards.
Yeah.
And often feels like the boss 4 doesn't know about it and doesn't check the camp, or I don't check the camp, and then it's just blocked for 4 minutes, and then you realize, oh, the camp is blocked.
Yeah.
And nothing happens.
Yeah, no, that's really bad. And in some games, if they're body blocking it and you're playing these lanes, where here, again, you're playing a lane that is way more push heavy than theirs, which is generally the deal with carries. They don't have like the best wave clear, like PA, AM, Nakes, which means if the 5 tries to block this with his body, you should help your 4 to box him out. And if they ward it, well, first of all, you guys should realize it early. And if possible, you should either tell your 4 before the lane starts, or when you realize it, and then like ping out by a sentry ward or whatever. It is pretty important, because you will give them less golden XP, but most importantly, it will speed up your game. There's gonna be creeps dying here that you get XP from all the time, which will, obviously it will speed up your game. So you're going Soul Ring. I think Soul Ring's fine on Mars. I like it a lot more on Mars than on Legion.
I like it a lot against AM.
Yeah, it's very good. I think generally against AM you nearly always want to have it. I'm trying to think if this kill was a bait. Like if that kill is good for you. But not a big deal, I think. Generally chasing supports like so far out of lane isn't that amazing. Especially if they play greedy carries, but I think it's okay. So you go Orb of Corrosion. I kinda like that, I think. You try to help your guy, but can't do too much. You harass him a bit. Eat a tango, run. Probably had to run a bit earlier. But I guess you live, you go base. Maybe you don't live because he's crazy. No, you live. Yes, you live. Yeah, I think you could probably run away a little earlier there because I think you shouldn't have to end up going to base here, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Like once again, I think so they're using like 3 heroes to run after your Jakiro. And I think considering the fact so they're gonna be happy killing him. But once they're done with this kill, I actually don't think they're that happy. The spear is nice. I love what you're doing here. Because now it takes them even longer to kill him. But if you back off now, instead of doing this, will the lane push to you? Yeah, it will slightly, I think. Because now, yeah, I think you should be like 70% HP. You would have more mana. And now like this wave is gonna push into you here. And you're actually pretty happy even though there are 3 heroes here.
No.
But instead, this fucking wave actually runs on your tower and you're gonna lose gold, XP. Yeah, lost like 3-4 creeps. But just something to think about. Like once again, if your guy fucks up or he's making space, just use it to the best of your ability. And the best of your ability there is like throw a spear at the AM and then you're like, okay, that's all I can do. Now I go farm some creeps. Nice spear. That was very nice. Well played. We have siege creep, so we can try to use it. Hopefully we can use it. Use our spells, it's good. Wait, let me rewatch that. There's something I haven't told too many people. So if you have a siege creep, I don't think it quite happened here, but so if the lane is here, you don't want to over push it, depending on the timing of the. If you kill these creeps super fast now,
the siege is gonna go into the tower.
siege will go into your tower before you want it to go in the tower, right? I think so. You kind of know this. So here it barely stays out of range. This is good. This is fine. Pushing it now is pretty okay. Like here again, I think when it ends up with you guys having no creeps, you would rather not push the wave at all. But I need to see if you guys even did it or not. Is your Jakiro pushing it?
He used to a breath
Yeah.
to harass, so.
Yeah, you can't do much about it. Whatever, it would have gone in tower anyway. Seems like you know it. Anyway, yeah, the siege dies. Unlucky, but it happens. You can't always use the siege. Nice spears. Maledict. Well played. You might end up dying. No, you don't. You can TP base, this is good. Do you know why it's better to TP to base here than run to base?
Guess cause of my cooldown.
Yeah. Like now you TP out earlier, so you run to lane, and now by the time you're in lane, your TP's up in like what, 30 seconds? So that's really nice. So if you have the choice of TPing back, running to lane, you should always do it. At least considering you're out of resources, which you were, so that's nice. Let's try. Probably, again, I think you're overplaying a little bit. I'm not sure you have to step into the tower there. So here, let's see. You want to help the TA? I get that. TA kills AM, that's good. I think here probably be a bit more patient. I think if you spear him to the tower, like if you wait a bit and there's an opportunity, I think you can go for it. But as soon as you step into the tower, or I mean, let's see what your TA does. Like here, I think it's starting to get too much here. I think you can't run left. I think you need to run out.
Maybe I should have just hit him with rebuke, because then I apply the orb and shit. Make
Yeah.
it slowed.
Yeah. And I think here when you end up tanking the tower bit, so your TA is like doing his thing on the Witch Doctor, which I think is fine. I think here you probably just hold your spell. And you're like, okay, monkey TPs, okay. Then you step here, so you don't like get rolled on in the tower. You would probably live. So he kills him and then TPs out. He has no. He's creep locked actually. Yeah, he has to TP out. Yeah. So here we don't really want to die, because now when you die, I'm pretty sure you're gonna feel like you have to TP out to a lane because you're so close to 6, which means you're gonna waste your TP again.
Pretty sure I'm just TPing bottom.
Yeah, which means I feel like something else people don't think about, it's you're also, this is 90 gold too. I mean, you started with 3 obviously, but next time you're gonna use your courier now and spend 90 gold on a TP.
Yeah.
So if you avoid this death, you're gonna get 6 with your TP ready. Instead now, you're only getting 6 now and your TP is not ready. Where in reality, I guess, let's run the simulation where you don't die, you're 6, you could now TP here and kill this clown, I think, on Sanking. Because he should skill ulti. Now he gets arena speared.
Yeah.
You kill this guy top. And I think now it comes in where you said you sometimes don't know how to like swap the lanes. And I think here it would happen naturally. You TP top. You help your Wraith King. He's like, holy fuck, my Maurice is fucking pro gamer. He's like, okay, my Maurice now deserves the lane. He's either gonna fuck off to the jungle, or he's gonna TP bottom with skeletons and now push the tower. Because, I mean, you're not gonna take the tower anyway, I think. The siege is gone. Maybe you would push it with the next siege. But here, this is, like I said, if you keep your TP ready and you avoid bad deaths, you make the game a lot easier on yourself. For this, like this play, it would come so naturally to you. I'm sure you would see this play. Like, it doesn't take big brain, the 10k player to understand, oh wow, what the fuck is this guy doing? You TP here, you kill him, he's level 9, you get like 1 level, you go from 6 to 7, you feel great because you use your spells, you feel great because you kill him, he feels good because he's like, wow, I have a good teammate. Boom. Now you farm this wave and tower, but it's okay, you know, shit happens, we're gonna make some bad TPs, it's fine. But think about it, try to avoid these deaths and think about your TPs. Alright, he buys back. Yeah, could have been prevented. I mean, it's not on you to prevent him buying back, but...
But if I played this correctly, I would have. Like,
yeah,
you
would have. You indirectly would have, but yeah. Don't think too much about it. So you pressure this guy in the tower. That looks good. Nice try. It's okay. We're gonna miss some spells. Might be better off just arenaing him. I think he would die. Do you know why you... So I like what you're doing here. You're hitting him. This is great. This is great. This is great. What... Yeah, you would kill him. Do you know why you're not arenaing him?
I think pretty sure I wasn't just not confident enough in killing him.
I see, I see. Might wanna maybe go in practice mode a bit. Check the numbers, how much damage you deal, and just like feeling good about it. He has silence. Yeah, it's still a play I think you should go for. Another reason why I think arenaing him is really good is that you cut all the trees, so you see if anyone is TPing, which is kind of a big deal. I mean, you see that this guy isn't, but if you use your spells here, you hit all of them. I mean, if you use them and miss, I mean, shit happens.
I think after Spear, I should have just gone back, right?
Yeah, yeah. After you miss the Spear, I think we just need to back off. But like the way you should think about your spells, I mean, first of all, try to be confident that you're gonna hit them. Certainly, that's gonna help. That's step 1. And here, I mean, if you use all your spells and you kill him, that's fucking amazing. And if you use your spells and you miss, then who cares? You'll get him next time. But then you're still forcing, when they see this arena, some guy's gonna TP. If you miss your spells, okay, back. You hit your spells, you kill him, fucking great. But, you know, every now and then you're gonna miss your spells. But the more often you will try this, the better you'll feel about it. Like, eventually you're gonna hit this 9 out of 10 times, right? But if you always feel bad about it before you do it already, that's not good. You're like pressuring yourself, doubting yourself. Should try not to do that. So that here we are, we're back, boys. We TP'd. I mean, don't worry. It's a habit that many people have that they do wrong.
Yeah.
I do it too sometimes. But
especially after you die a stupid death, you're like, oh my god, I need to catch up.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I fucked up, I'm behind, and now I have to TP to this lane. But it's actually, I mean, it's twice as bad. So try to think about it. I mean, step 1 is avoiding these deaths. And then step 2 is acknowledging that, okay, here I'm not allowed to TP to this lane. Like, you're just not. Unless, if it's a double wave in the tower, you're close to blink, go for it. But try to just avoid the deaths all in all, and then the TPs after. Yeah, I would say your game is kind of slowed down. It's still okay. You have 4k net worth, you're level 7. Like, it's not like it's unplayable. Your TA is very fat. Your Wraith King is... Well, he's not fat at all, but okay.
No, but so my game felt really bad, and Wraith King felt really bad as well.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, let's see. Coming bottom. You want to help this guy push, I guess. So I think this TP is okay. Like, if this TP is with the intention of helping your TA, I think this TP is way more
I told
acceptable.
him to bait.
Oh, that's great then. Okay, this TP was good. Those are a good TP. Like, the other ones are just like, okay, I want to go to this lane and hit creeps. But this one is like, there's purpose behind your TP. That's generally what like TPs are for. It's a big commitment. It's a what's the fucking cooldown on TP? 80, 70, 90?
80.
80-second cooldown, and it costs you 90 gold every time you do it. And then you're stuck on a part of the map. Like, think about it. It's like using coil that costs money. Every time you use coil, you pay 90 gold. It's the same with your TP. You need to be aware how people use TPs. But like I said, don't worry too much about it. Just try to work on it slowly. People are really bad at using TPs. Like overall, it's not just you. This map positioning looks weird.
I felt like I should have died in this place.
Yeah, I think you probably shouldn't be here. So your Rubik is pushing the bot lane. You look top at this guy? No, nobody's pushing this bot lane.
Oh, I was trying to flank mid, I think, and then got spotted by a ward.
Yeah. Seems like this mid tower might be baiting you a bit. I think this game, just like the last one, I mean, I guess you have Deso on TA, but if you guys go for this tower, I think it's gonna be the same scenario as last game, where you guys will die. Yep. I think you would actually bait your TA to die, because he's not ready to fight. If you look at their heroes, they have a lot of heroes that really... If you guys go here, and I'm any of these 3 heroes, I wanna take that fight. They're running in my tower, I'm Sand King. Holy shit, come here, I FP all of you. He rolls in, maybe he has buyback even, or this guy. So need to be a bit more careful. I think here, especially if your game is bad, it's a mistake I also used to do back in it. If your game is bad, don't try to like make things happen even more just because you fucked up. Like, it's okay to make mistakes and now like hit some creeps. Like, you made a really good play with the TA, with this TP double kill, which means you should reward yourself. Like, you don't have an arena, you made a great play, this tower dies. I think this next wave, this should be your wave. This TA, he can farm whatever. I mean, sure, I guess he can take some, but I think he understands too. Like, you have a hard game, your team needs your blink. Like, no matter how stupid you are as a player, or how bad they think you are, at the end of the day, you need blink, right? And everyone should know this. Yeah. So no matter what you're communicating or how bad you're playing, everyone should understand, yourself included, that you need this item. So this is good, you make a great play, you guys kill the tower, you farm this camp, you farm the wave, you farm this camp. I think we want to kill this too. So ideally, you keep your spear. So, I mean, I know this maybe feels a little bit weird, but I think this wave can die. If you feel bad about it, you ping his Fade Bolt, you Fade Bolt spear this. So you kill this first, then you kill this. And I think then you just wait and see what happens on the map. Nothing is really happening, so your Wraith King TP's top to farm. Your TA is mid. Because then I think if you kill this wave, you're not gonna run up like this. You're gonna go like this. Maybe farm these 2 camps, and now you're like in a way better position. And I think you're not gonna bait yourself to go here. So you would probably avoid this step. You would have TP ready, which means if they go on the TA mid, you would TP there, and then you just chill and see what happens on the map. So now, sadly, 3 of the boys die. That's not amazing. Respawn, we go mid. Yeah, you're baiting yourself on this mid tower, I can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. I don't even know why.
I'm trying to think of how I can help you to like. So what makes you want to run at this tower? Is it because you have siege, or you just think? I mean, obviously mid tower is important, right? If you can take it, you go for it. Yeah. I get that. It obviously shows me that you value the tower highly. But what is triggering, or like what is making you feel like that you should run at this tower? Do you know? Do you feel like you guys are just strong enough, or you just really want to use your spells? Do you have any idea?
I think it was because I had arena up again, but mostly, I don't know. I just like to take this fucking tower. I don't know.
I get it.
It's just yeah.
It's a good habit. I'd rather have you run at this tower too much than have you never run at the tower, right? So I think it's the same. If I see people that play too aggro, I'd rather have people too aggressive. I think it's easier to fix people playing too aggro than not playing aggressive at all. Like, you can tune it down, but it's hard to make people play more aggressive. So generally what you're doing here, I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, the fact that you die here is obviously bad, and we all know this.
Yeah.
But it means that you value this tower highly, and that's a good step 1. But I think generally when you take this tower, so either you take this tower minute like 5 to 8, it either takes a lot of damage from siege and then it dies to the secondary push, or it dies because you have like DK, DP, whatever, and you smoke gank for them. If this tower doesn't die like minute 5, it will maybe die minute 10 to the second siege. If it doesn't die to the first 2 siege creeps, you nearly never want to run at this tower head on. You need to smoke or have a pushing hero. Like, you can't force this tower like too hard. It's the same like going Roche at a stupid timing is just as bad. Like we don't really want to be doing this. Like here, if you have, what time is it later anyway? It's like, I think you run at it again at 15 minutes or something. Like here in the Viper game, you ran at this tower 14 minutes. It's daytime. So first of all, it's daytime. They see everyone. They have tower aura, which is 3 armor and HP regen. Anyone can buy back in TP. Like if you defend your tower and you're not far behind, you need to do it. You always want to do it. It's definitely a good fight for them, especially with their heroes. You have some Wraith King TA lineup. This guy needs to like hit creeps for quite a while. This guy too. Like if he's owning the game, like generally I think the way you guys take this tower this game is either minute 5 siege, minute 10 siege. If you don't, it's after you won a team fight somewhere. Running at the mid is gonna give them a better fight than you any day of the week, like for sure. So you are far from your blink, you die there, you go mid, you die, blah blah blah, let's see. You run. Yeah, I think ideally you have like, I think 3 deaths could have been avoided, I'm not sure. At least 2. This one time you didn't have to run to base, I don't remember all the other deaths. I think then this death shouldn't happen. Where
when
you...
I dove the tier 1 bottom, I should.
Ah yeah, you dove, so those 3 deaths I think should be avoided. This one. Then number 2. The one death where you ended up going here, instead you push the wave, you go backwards, that's fine. So you get some more gold, you don't die. And then
keep it up. Watching too much BSJ made me bash my head to mid tower and die every game too. Less BSJ, more KheZu.
Wait, how did I...
So let's see, you are running middle. Witch Doctor is dead. Let's see, you farm this camp, I think that's okay. Like top lane is already pushing, bottom lane is occupied by your Wraith King. You don't really have many places to go, so you're mid, you see this motherfucker. Can we kill this guy? Rubik is coming. You and him are not enough, so you sadly cannot arena unless TA
I don't even have
right
arena.
now. Oh, you don't even have arena, okay. Yeah, we just speared this fucking wave and get the hell out. It's a cool play. It nearly works. But at the end of the day, I have to tell you, this play is cool, but the chance of you making this play is very low. You don't even have... Another rule I have, if it's nighttime, mid lane, you don't have a ward, this is no-go zone. You don't see... What if there's a Sand King right here, epicenter, channeling? Boom, yeah. Double stun, double kill. But anyways, you guys go for this play. It's pretty cool. It's very risky play, but it's kind of cool. So maybe we need to call for this TA TP earlier, so that he TPs in, gets to trap him, and then melts him. I guess it turns out good. I mean, the Sand King is here, but he's like way late. I cannot believe this turns out good for you guys. Okay, just remember, this is a very risky play. Very, very risky. It works out good for you guys, but I think on average, this is not a good play. If you have a ward, you have more info, then you can maybe go for it. But anyway, I think it's good effort, decent spear. So now, this is how we take the fucking mid tower. We kill these motherfuckers, and now we take the tower. We don't skip steps, okay? Don't fucking run at them and take the tower, because now they're gonna fucking kill you. So, like, I guess, think about that and see if you can make sense of it with your heroes. Like TA Wraith King, they actually don't like running at towers head on. They like hitting towers when nobody can be there or with their skeletons, right? They hate doing this unless people are dead. So try to think about that, I think. So now we're getting close to Blink. This is good. Mode recovery. Let's go.
Did I forget the Aquila in the camp?
That's a good question.
If I forgot it,
doesn't look like it.
No, it's on the top side. Like
this one? Yeah, you did.
Oh shit.
It's fine, man. You're fucking gassed. You're just thinking about how to come back in this game. I don't blame you. Okay, what happens here? You're 200 from Blink. But okay, Sand King is dead. Your TA is fucking strong. Your Wraith King is pretty strong. You run in here. They see you on this ward. Wow, this is so fucking beauty. They have a high ground ward. EA is in the middle of everything. Decent spear. He gets to run away. Good arena. Very good arena. He gets to use refraction.
I was kinda confused that Monkey isn't in the arena, to be honest.
Try to get him in it, I guess. Let me see.
Yeah.
Where are you? You're back here. Okay, use your spells. Good spear. Barely hit, but good spear. Your arena yeah, he's just on the edge. I think your arena's fine anyway. Is he in it? No, he's out of it. Yeah,
no, he's not.
Yeah, he was barely
and
out
then I
of it.
pushed him even further.
It was fine anyway. This is some crazy ass fucking play. Like, I don't know if this should work, but whatever. Like, they start on TA cask. He did die. Okay. Yeah, it was a pretty shit play. But anyway, you have your blink. I'm just trying to think, like, I mean, it's important about what you are doing. It's not important about, like, what your teammates are doing here. I guess, like, if your TA is this strong and he's running in and sanking is dead, I think it's fine for you to follow your team. I'm just thinking that you're so close to your blink, you probably just, like, you want to go smash a wave somewhere. But I don't blame you for following them. Like, here, I would certainly ping one of them. Like, this is batshit crazy. They get cast, maledict. This guy doesn't have death ward. Like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like, there's magnetize earned a TA, monkey stun, death ward. Any death ward, the TA is dead without using another this. Yeah. I mean, I don't, like, I think you did everything right. Other than, no, you want to help this guy because he goes in. I mean, when they go full YOLO, you might as well do it too. I can't really blame you for it. I think at some point, like, when this shit happens, to be like 50% ready to get the fuck out. I think that's the only thing. Other than that, I think you following the TA is fine. They're just fucking, they're fucking crazy. There's some Russian mid player for sure.
Those games are really, really crazy.
Yeah, so you go mid, you spear this guy. Okay, that looks good. That might look like free Roshan for Team Dire. That's good. Nice. You have Orb, you have Blink, damage talent. Yeah, I think that's absolutely fine.
I always skill the damage talent.
Yeah,
Are there games where you don't?
I think generally it's better. Maybe if you have a bad game and you are doing some Brown Boots Yules build, you can consider to go movement speed. I don't know how often you do a rushing Yules or whatever, but I think in 9 out of 10 games you go damage.
When I'm playing against like Void Spirit or Ember or a hero I need Use to catch, like Puck maybe, I buy Use.
Okay, that's really good. I think if you're more about like catching and stunning heroes and less about the dealing damage, hitting them, or using this spell a lot in the fight, you can consider movement speed. But I think generally the damage is better. Have you played a lot of Mars this patch? Because I'm not too sure if the shard is that good.
It was the first game I ever
okay.
I wanted to try it.
Yeah,
I played some Mars, but I never went for shard.
So what do you think about the shard?
In this game it felt shit because I never got a 2-man spear off.
Yeah. I feel like it's unlikely you get 2-man spears, but
yeah. I thought
it's good in some games.
It could be good in this game because Earth Spirit and Sand King and AM and Monkey might be stacked, like two of them, but they were not. Yeah. This fight was fucking horrible.
Okay, so 2 things. Wait, what item did you buy? Nothing yet.
It was a shard.
Oh yeah, right. You bought the shard. Okay, so you wanna try it out. If you had a bought shard, which item would you go for? Do you know? Just look at the heroes and think what you would want.
I mean, now I would say it's just BKB. But
I think BKB is good. Yeah, BKB. I could see Solar, maybe Vlad. So I think BKB is the safest. Once again, one way that I view BKB is that if you do get BKB, it kind of keeps your game going. It makes it like even if you lose fights, you're likely to maybe TP out in your BKB, or it stops you from like having fuck-ups in the fight, some random cast, silence, etc. So I think BKB is good. I think here, let's look at the map when you TP out. So your Rubik is like doing some weird shit.
I thought we were just leaving him to die and I go defend bottom, but...
Yeah, obviously that didn't happen.
Yeah.
But, so I see your point. Generally, if people wanna TP out, especially if you're deep into the enemy side, whoever does it like should communicate. It should be like, I'm gonna TP bottom, get the fuck out, or like back off, whatever. I guess this guy is already, God knows what this guy's doing. I don't really think this is your bad, and I don't think, I'm just telling you generally, if you're looking to TP out like that, look at your teammates for like 1-2 seconds and then make the decision to TP. If you feel like you should still TP, go for it. But I think if you're setting up this kill, I don't like this solo TP unless it's like it turns into something bigger. Like maybe you tell the TA, hey, TP tier 3, I will set up the AM on tier 2. Then you blink Arena Spear with him blinking in. I think that's like some top level play. But that requires like planning. Like if you TP here alone, you'll never kill him, right?
No.
Like,
I don't remember anymore. Maybe I even asked him, but I'm not sure.
I see. Because like if we go here, you TP here, what's gonna happen is that he's just gonna TP here and they take all of this back. So ideally, if you do go back like that, you should try to turn it into something bigger rather than just, okay, I defend this tower. Or if you do it, it's better to do it on heroes that are like global. Like if you're Nature's Prophet, you can TP here, push the wave and your boys can still stay here. But they decided to take this fight after you TP out. So that's kind of weird. Do they still win it? I have no idea. I guess it's okay, but you use Aegis. You arena him. Soul Ring to Spear. That's good. Alright, freebie. Good alternation by Earth Spirit, I like it. Okay, you have the Shard, 15 talent. What does he have? Armor and... I like the Armor talent this game.
I pretty much always go Armor talent, unless I'm mid.
Yeah.
I'm mid-mat.
If you have some Desto, you can maybe consider the Rebuke, but I think the Armor is really good.
Oh, I went
Pipe here. Yeah, I think Pipe is again not good here.
Yeah. I think, if I remember correctly, one of my teammates told me to buy Pipe.
Let's see.
But I'm not sure.
I mean, Pipe is like, it's not horrible, but again, so you're... I mean, he doesn't have BKB, so he is probably the clown that asked for it. It kind of makes sense. But like your TA has BKB. The only one stopping the TA is the Monkey and the AM. Holy fuck, that's...
That was greedy.
Yeah, I would say that, I mean, it's not bad, but I think again, it's like, it's a bit too late. Like, we're getting to the stage where your TA doesn't care about their spellcasters, and he's starting to only care about like Monkey Ring and shit like that. So I think you go BKB, which you said you may have gone for if you didn't buy the shard. So here, let's see, what do you see? We don't have a ward, otherwise you can always ask, like, place a ward. I mean, Monkey stuns, and I guess you try for something.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't hate this play. You should try to go for these plays. Like, these plays can be really clutch. You can just end games if you hit this. So I don't really hate it. But maybe think about the fact if you wanna be the guy that goes in, or maybe it should be someone else. Okay, Rubik doesn't have Blink. This guy doesn't have Blink. Okay, so if we make this play, it's either you spearing or Ice Path into you doing it. And I mean, I don't hate you doing it, as I said. I think, you know?
When I play offline, in my mind, it's pretty much always me who goes in first in basically every situation.
Don't make it a habit. Like, don't assign roles to like how should I say it? Like, just because you're an offlane, it doesn't mean you should always be the first guy going in.
Yeah, it's...
there's other times where, like, maybe if I'm playing Pangolier in games and the enemies have 2 BKBs, depending on my heroes, either I want to go in and then trade my ulti for their 2 BKBs, that can be good, but maybe I'm the only stun we have, and then doing that is bad. So I will literally tell my Earth Spirit to roll in and die, make them use BKBs, and then when the BKBs are over, that's when I now go in with my roll. Like, it kind of depends on your lineup. Like here, if you're pushing high ground, if your Rubik has lift, there's nothing wrong with him blink lifting the guy and then use spear.
Yeah.
Because like there's 2 dead, I think there's nothing that's gonna stop him. He went 4 staff, which I think is great, but just think about your teammates and shit like that. Like, you don't always need to put yourself in a risky spot.
For me, it's easier to just make the call and go first myself than tell him to initiate or then rely on him.
Definitely, yeah. Just think about it, I guess. Get the racks. Try to turn. He doesn't have BKB though. Yeah, I think that was not good. I think we're throwing the game here a bit. Okay, let's see. Is it related to the dive or is it not related to the dive? We hit. So we blink in, use spear. Kinda baits the others into going. Yeah, I mean, I would say if you go for these plays, I mean, more often than not, this play has to work out, right? Like your spear has to connect, and obviously that's the idea behind it. Because I think if we don't do the blinking, you guys will get the racks and go back. But at the end of the day, I would rather have you make these plays and learn from it. Like maybe next time you know better not to go, or you feel like if I go here, I will fucking hit it, and then the guy's dead. So I think this is fine. But we need to understand that we're a big reason as to why we all died here. But that's fine. Like, no need to feel bad about it. Oh, Jesus, what the fuck is going on? Chain feed. So they push mid now after we all die. They push mid. Yeah. Kiro's trying some shit. It's the good old. I wanna help my friend. We use some spells, but all the enemies are coming. So we kill Sand King. No, 1, 2. 2 guys die. So now the map is dead even longer, because you guys died again. Yeah, fine, let's move on. Push, take outposts. I guess you see some people on the map. Bit risky, I think, but it's okay. If you feel like you can do it, go for it.
I wanted to have it before we, I don't know, take a fight and hit minute 30.
No, that's good. If you feel like you're not gonna die, you should always go for it. I didn't pay super close attention to the map. Okay, so they blink stun, they killed this guy. That's good. Monkey ult. Don't wanna really fight in that. So we're patient. This looks good. So far you're playing it correct by, well, not going in and rushing it. This is good. Roshan should have a trap in Rosh. Try to set him up. It's a bit hard though. TA needs to be there. You and Wraith King are showing on the same wave, and TA. It's horrible. Should always avoid doing this. It's not just your fault. It's them too. Like, you guys are all showing the same side of the map, same wave. Anyway, you probably get Rosh here. Yeah, you do. That's good. You push mid. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. You probably want to squeeze in this wave too. That's good, very nice. They push bottom, you look there, very good. You still see them bottom, so I guess it's okay, but maybe in reality you want to look more at bottom and see if you can set up there instead of pushing this wave. I don't hate it, but I think you here in this scenario, you killed the first 2 waves, which was amazing. It was a very good play. I stress this off and off when I watch replays like this. Like here, when you get to this scenario, I think you need to be more focused on either what's gonna happen here or what's gonna happen here. Or what can potentially happen in either of these 2 places. Because now if they fuck up here, like this Rubik is... Something good could happen here. I truly think so. Your Rubik is in a good spot. You could maybe TP with Arena Spear, because the Wraith King was coming too. Or maybe you're here earlier and then this guy dies. He dies anyway. Okay, good enough. Just depending on the map, think about where you want to be. But the first 2 waves was really good. Okay, that arena was probably a bit rushed. See, so you went in to kill the Sand King. That was good.
Yeah.
Sand King buys back. You have blink cooldown, so you can't help your guy in the base. That makes sense. I kind of like the idea, but I feel like the chance of this failing, it's too high. Because what if you mistime the spear? What if this TP is long and you don't know about it?
It was long and I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
That's why I cancelled the spear.
Yeah, like what if you...
I faked it.
Yeah, or like what if he blinks out? Or what if he TPs in and uses right away? Suddenly, there's a high chance you use Arena Spear and it doesn't connect. So here, it's not like a bad play, but the thing is, it can be bad very often, unless you clutch it. So you're putting yourself in like a really high risk, high reward type of situation. Whereas I think you just wait. Like here, you wait out this guy's BKB. Your Wraith King still has ult. This guy already used BKB. Your TA also still has her BKB. So you don't want to force your team into a fight. You want to try to back off, wait out his BKB, and towards the end of his BKB, that's when you want to go in. So sadly he had to use BKB and he dies. Okay. I think there's a high chance if we have Arena that we could have turned here.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I mean, like, what I can see from your gameplay, since we're kind of getting to the end of the game, I don't think you play bad at all. I think that you put yourself in hard situations. You know, when you do these dumb, let's call it dumb deaths, and then you TP back, you make it way harder for yourself to transition like into the mid game and the post lane stage, because you don't have TP ready. You don't have this natural play where you're like, oh wow, this is how we swap our lanes. I TP here and kill this guy, and then my Wraith King goes here and kills this tower. Amazing. You make it hard on yourself. Well, your TP is on cooldown. Here, I mean, it's not necessarily a bad play, but it's gonna be very awkward 9 out of 10 times, and it's gonna be fucking amazing 1 out of 10 times. So here, you'd rather just be more patient and wait. I guess it's the same when you like jump in to help your teammates, or when you force yourself to run at this mid tower. I feel like those are your biggest flaws. This mid tower makes you die. You die a little bit too much in your lane, and then you TP there when you shouldn't, which now makes your next like 2 minutes really awkward, because you have no idea where to go, because you're stuck in this lane. And you're probably stuck in this lane at like minutes 7 to 9 very often without a TP. But if you're here minutes 7 to 9, I mean, what are you doing? Because you will not kill the tower unless you're Beastmaster, Nature's Prophet, or Enigma, which doesn't seem like heroes that you like to play very often, because you look like you play more Initiators. And if you play these heroes, you need your TP ready. So that is step 1 to making your game easier. I think step 2 is using Courier more often and thinking about your items. Step 3 is, I guess, this tower is important and you know it, but try to be more aware of how you want to do it. Like, oftentimes it's not good enough to just run at this tower like head on. And then I guess step 3 is, I think, be a bit more selfish. You're buying too much pipe, for sure. I think you're getting
that often. Just in those.
Oh, just in these games?
So on heroes like, I don't know, Legion, Mars, X and shit, I don't buy it a lot.
Okay, that's
like,
good. I think
the
that's
only
very
hero
good.
I really buy it on, not even. Yeah, it was just in those games in this patch.
Yeah.
Last patch I bought it a lot, but this patch,
Yeah.
not so much anymore.
Okay, because that's good. Because I think generally you just need to make the game easier on yourself, and that's like not putting yourself in these situations. Like, don't overplay in the lane with these tower dives. It happened a few times. Keep your TP ready so that you make it easier on yourself to help your teammates and lane swap. Think about your items, and like, don't underestimate yourself. Like, just because this Wraith King is like, oh, pipe is good, like, don't turn off your brain and just buy a pipe, right? You need to also think it's good. You're playing your game, and your game is really important. Like,
I often check the Dota Plus stats on how much damage you took, and of course against Sand King and Earth Spirit, pipe is an item, but I would have rather just gotten BKB for myself.
Yeah, think about, like, I mean, it's obviously good against you, like, if you just take pipe. Yeah, it's great against Sand King, it's great against Earth Spirit, it's good against Vandal, Viper, etc., right? But you have TA who is BKB, same story like as before with the puck or whatever. If your Rubik gets gone on and he has pipe aura, I'm pretty sure he's still fucking dead.
Yeah.
Wraith King, I mean, sure, I guess he likes having a pipe, but well, then he dies 400 damage later. He's not gonna sit, like, he's gonna get stunned anyway. Sure, he'll die 2 seconds later, but then this shit will happen anyway.
Guess I just wanted to help him because I saw he had no game, so I tried to make it easier for him.
Yeah, like, ideally, if you have people playing bad games, generally how Dota works, you want to help the people that have a good game. So you want to play on the TA. You don't want to play on the Wraith King. You make space for him by using your strong hero and killing people with this guy. So you play around this guy, kill, and that's how this guy just farms. Like, this guy just hits the fucking jungle with his skeletons and farms. I mean, I don't know if I missed anything. I'm sure there were other points, but I think those are like the most important. Like, think about your game, think about your TPs, avoid the deaths in the lane, think about your courier usage, Don't force yourself to feed for the tier 1 and don't overhelp your teammates. Like, if your teammates fuck up, let them fuck up. Let them die. Unless you helping them will actually turn the fight into a good fight. Like, if it's not gonna achieve that, then just don't do it.
Yeah.
I think those are probably, like, the main points. Do you have any more questions?
No, not really.
Alright. Because
So
then...
pretty straightforward, I think.
That's good. Because I think I'm gonna take a fucking break now.
Sure.
Alright, well, if there's anything, you can just write me on Discord. I don't mind answering you some questions about this other game we didn't watch, the Axe game or whatever it was.
Sure. If I get questions, I'm gonna ask you.
Alright, sounds good. Well, hopefully you can use some of it. Try to remember some of the points and then see if it helps you.
Yeah. I think the mid tower one is really important because I never thought about it, but now that you say it, I try to force mid tower a lot.
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad to do it, but just try to... I mean, you know it's important to take it. Now, the next step is figuring out how to do it properly, right? Like, it's not always the same. Sometimes you take mid tower by pushing side lanes and making them TP there. Sometimes you take mid tower by killing them somewhere else. Sometimes you will take mid tower by smoking on the mid tower with Mars Blink and having a, whatever, mid-death profit or 10-minute siege. So... just try to think about it, and I mean, the more you try it and the more you think about it, the easier and more natural it's gonna be. I think that's the best way that you can go about it.
Yeah, it's different from time to time. Like, I've already done the smoking from the side and then just arena the mid player and just take the tower. And sometimes I still do these stupid, okay, we are gonna run 5-man head on into the mid tower while enemy Sand King has blink.
Yeah, that shit doesn't work. In many games at least. Alright, I'm gonna peace out. Hopefully it's gonna help you.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Thanks for the coaching.
Alright, no fucking problem. Alright, see you around. Hope you're gonna go fucking rank 100. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm sure I will.
Alright, peace out. Ciao, ciao.
Have a good one. Ciao.
Ciao. Okay guys, I'm gonna take a break now. I'm gonna walk my dog. I'm gonna walk Nala. Should he have bought a halberd in this game? No, I don't think so. I don't think he should buy. Halberd is not bad, but it's not great. If he buys halberd, he has to buy a cloak halberd. I still think BKB is the best item. He can go in, do whatever he wants. Can't get mana voided. Can't get fucked by this guy. Can't get fucked by this guy. Can just run out of arena. Shit like this. Okay guys, I'm gonna walk Nala now. She deserves to be walked. This coaching, actually, I did it way longer than I wanted to. Well, not... saying longer than I wanted to sounds wrong. It sounds wrong. Not longer than I wanted to, longer than I anticipated. Longer than I was planning to. If you aren't going BKB, you should go halberd. Yeah, but you should be going BKB.